been a tumultuous 2 weeks, but it is finally time for football as we're underway in Super Bowl 62.
Fielded right around the 8. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
On first down, Tanner flushed out right. And incomplete to open things up. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Looking to throw. Tanner. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Tanner. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Looking to throw. Tanner. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 43. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Nice footwork by McCoy. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Tanner. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead.
3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least you get something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
So out come the Texans for their opening drive.
They'll be led out by a first-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah State. This is Jordan Love.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played. And his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
And Love's throw into the hands of Pitts here.
To throw again on second down.
Love.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Love with it here, third and short yardage. Flush to his right. This one complete to Mecole Hardman.
And he is going to have the Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
That's about as exciting of a 1-yard run as you're going to see, finding a way to dodge that first would-be tackler, but again, just 1 yard out of it. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. On 3rd and 1, Love to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal of 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back at him. We get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
Really good backhand.
It's a nice top spin on the whole bit. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. On second down, Williams.
And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
On 3rd down, Tanner. And that will be incomplete. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. This is taken at the 18.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Throwing, Love.
And this pass broken up. Contact right down there. And now fourth down. Blake Gillikin on the punt now on fourth down.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. Off the play fake. Tanner. And this throw will be intercepted.
And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They'll have very good starting field position here as they try to break our tie, and they start first and 10.
Following the interception, Love.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10.
To throw now, here's Love. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
So that does it for the first quarter of Super Bowl 62. Back in a moment.
3-all the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
The kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Go.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Texans have taken the lead.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 10-3. So that drive, 4 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Yeah, it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The Packers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
On now to punt. Here's Bradley Pinion.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And here comes the Texans now.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
On third down, Love completes it to Hardman. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Matt LaFleur loudly voicing his objections to that previous call. He's going to throw out the red challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
On 1st and 10, Love.
And this one quickly to Lamb. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Love.
Got this complete to the tight end Pitts.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 33. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Working out of the gun. Love able to hit his target, Lamb.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
First down, Love to pass. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Love going to keep it on the option.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. To pass, here's Jordan Love. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So that one on target, and it adds to this first-half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Now the Packers get set to go. They're in a 13-3 hole here now as they come up on first down. They begin the drive with Williams. Good move at the 30. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Off play action. Tanner. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did it in a big way there.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
From the gun on 3rd down. Tanner, he finds McCoy.
And he's going to have a Packers first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now we give up the middle to Williams.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 67 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw. Tanner.
Screen play set up for Williams.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 24-yard line. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Off the draw, here's Williams. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 14. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. To throw on 2nd down. Tanner to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Tanner. And it's a Packers touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Packers are back within a score. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead down to 3 at 13-10. So that, amazingly, a 17-play drive. And it ends with a Packers touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This one fielded at the 5. Houston set to take over.
Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Love.
Locates Hardman for another catch. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Love now to pass on first down. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good, and that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. And on now to a check on the next-gen stats in that first half for the Packers. And they were able to have a little bit of success on the ground. The question will be, will they stick with it, or will they be throwing more to try and regain this lead?
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
For the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
From the 30 on second down, Love. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Love from the gun. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long. Love looking to throw it.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. .35 yards that time on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
The busy night continues for Williams. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Movement there on the offensive line. A little quick and a 5-yard penalty. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Tanner, he's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got him in, complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long, but I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Back to throw. Tanner. Touchdown, Packers. A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Packers are an extra point away from taking the lead in the Super Bowl. Well, they were down 6 at intermission, but they quickly erased that deficit, and Charles, now they've got a chance to take the lead.
And while being down 6 points, obviously not an insurmountable lead, tying a game up, that just relaxes a whole team, doesn't it? And now when you have the extra point, you go up, you really feel good about what you've accomplished.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Love. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Tanner, quick hitter here, it's complete.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Looking to throw. Tanner. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he's going to have a Packers 1st down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Tanner. And his throw's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
This one swung out to Williams. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47.
On the option to give to Williams here.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Off the play fake. Tanner. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop it.
The last run went so well for them. Maybe they should have just handed it off right here, too. Instead, the quarterback ends up keeping it, and the defense is right on it and wipes away the yardage gained on the last snap.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Back to throw. Tanner. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
He's got the first down and more. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
Williams again.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Javonte Williams
taking it in from a yard out as his guys are able to extend their lead.
He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Coup now for the point after. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays.
And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback, and he put it right where it needed to be.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing. Love. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. 2nd and 9.
Love now. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Paulson to Debo.
30. 10. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick 6 here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, their ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
Coup for the extra point.
And the lead is up to 15 now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
The Texans offense set to regain possession. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Off the play fake, Love. Sliding out of the pocket, and he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open. Now second down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Love. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And able to get this one across the 40. Pick up the 11 and a Texans first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On first down, this is McCaffrey.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
On 2nd and 9.
Love. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 38-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
It's been a fun one through 3. It always is. The final quarter of Super Bowl 62 is coming your way next.
We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Back to finish off the big one, the Super Bowl 62, as we get you set for the 4th and final quarter. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
On 2nd and inches.
Love. Another completion right back to Patterson.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 14. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Over the middle, he gets it to Patterson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4.
They will throw again here with Jordan Love. His pass caught at the 4. Touchdown, Texans. From 8 yards out.
And the Texans get a bit closer. So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a one-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. And it's good, so that will get them back within 1 score. A 10-play drive that time, and the result, a Houston touchdown.
This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Green Bay's offense ready to go again. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game. Fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 103 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this Super Bowl.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a deep in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They run it again with Williams. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. To throw on 3rd down, Tanner. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Texans will take over. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And we're at the time of this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They find some open field here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Love. Now he'll escape, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
He's known for his legs and his fancy footwork, but he's not getting much of a chance to use it here. The defense continued to hold the upper hand by bringing him down on that play.
After the sack on first down, Love. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 3rd and long for Love. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that will be incomplete. They're not scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Throwing on first down. Tanner over the middle, complete. It's McCoy. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give them the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. Looking to throw. Tanner. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They go back to the ground with Williams. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
And he is going to have the Packers first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. On 1st down, Tanner. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And he checks this one down to Williams.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They try the left side here with Williams. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Again, it's Williams. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's McCoy.
And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. And the Lombardi Trophy is going back home. The Green Bay Packers are your Super Bowl champions. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs. You see the guys sharing. The collective.
Choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Continue ahead to begin your franchise. Use the options on the left to edit league settings or change your role to a player or owner.